So last week on my server there was a discussion. It centered around Gwyneth Paltrow leaving Goop, this ridiculously overpriced magazine with stupid life advice and tips. The article itself had 5 of the most peculiar things Goop recommended. One of them was what started the discussion that I find to be quite fascinating. Something I can't honestly believe people are so stupid enough to try. This is a kind of topic I would expect Jeff Holiday to cover. Pseudoscience, nonsense, easily debunked. So the subject itself is, and the advice given, is that one must steam clean their vagina. As I stated on Discord, the first thing I thought were dumplings and vegetables, although I couldn't fathom why. Got to think here, when you steam vegetables, if you do it just right, they still retain nutritional value. I'm going to leave that hanging because I don't want to finish that joke. Now, an argument made is that it supposedly cleanses your uterus. Okay, so when you steam clean all those impurities away, and there's nothing there at all, because it will do the following. It will erode at the natural oils provided by the body. What do you think will happen when there are no natural defenses? The answer is quite simple. You will get a yeast infection. So for that moment where you are totally 100% clean, like silky smooth skin on the outside and the inside? If you steam clean something, is it like wallpaper? Does it just peel off? Honestly, I don't know where I'm going with that. Doesn't matter. Let's read more into the advice from Goop and a couple subsequent articles that were also linked on my server, because this is hilarious. So Goop recommended a Tikkun spa group. Tikkun, if I have pronounced that wrong, I do not apologize, is the next level when it comes to Korean spas, combining high-tech far-infrared heat with traditional Korean sauna therapies. And the part I want to focus on now, because the real golden ticket here is the Mugwort V Steam. You sit on what is essentially a mini throne, so a toilet with a bidet, but the bidet is a steamer. And a combination of infrared and mugwort steam cleanses your uterus. It is an energetic release, not just a steam douche that balances female hormone levels, opens you up to a fantastic infection while you're at it. If you're in LA, you have to do it. You also have to sniff your own farts and look down upon anyone else that comes from any other place that isn't LA, which is basically everyone that goes to LA. Oh, and tell people you are working on your novel screenplay and tell everyone that the only thing you eat is diet kale. Oh, this is amazing. So, the ancient practice of vaginal steaming is back, and it's amazing. Imagine loving the time when your moon blood comes. I can think of one person that would really love it. Not this guy. I think his name was Andy. I'll link the bearing video or play a clip of it now.
In my past relationship, I just remember how wonderfully and beautifully and passionate our lovemaking was while my girlfriend was on her period. That's the true dedication of someone who loves you, is that they can be dedicated to you and make love to you on your period. You really get to feel the essence of the woman that you love. You get, when you're seeing her blood, when you're feeling her blood, when you're smelling her blood, when you're tasting her blood. It's almost like you're ingesting a part of this woman's essence. I mean, my ex-girlfriend, I just remember going to the store and getting pads for her, but I was so in love with this woman that I actually kept one of her blood-soiled period pads. I kept it for about 1.5 years after we dated.
Imagine feeling the release of all the emotions, tensions and events that your body took on during a lunar cycle and feeling it all go back to the earth. What are you doing, digging a hole and then squatting over it? Imagine sitting over a steam of flowers and herbs after your period is over, taking in the medicine and loving energy of the plants. Oh my life, this is definitely a Jeff Holiday thing. Whether you like him or not, I don't care. the pseudoscience thing, though. I might actually reach out to him with this, because I think he'd do a far better job covering this than I could, whereas all I want to do is mock this. Giving yourself and your womb a spa experience, where the focal point is your... Oh, this is brilliant. Imagine feeling the echo of the tides of the ocean, the rhythms of nature, in your own body, feeling the regenerative powers of Mother Nature in you. Unless Mother Nature is prescribed and scientifically proven to work in a beneficial way that doesn't then open you up to other negatives in such a way that it could actually be quite detrimental to your overall health, then Mother Nature can go suck one. She needs at least university qualifications here for me to trust her. Imagine allowing yourself to retreat during your moon time. Are we werewolves now? Feeling supported by your family and friends. Can you imagine somebody on their period and people around them like, we're here to support you while you bleed. Who hold space for you to take things a little slower, easier, have a little more alone time. Our menstrual cycles can be a powerful time of healing, rejuvenation and connection to self and the earth. They can also be dreaded inconveniences that come with physical pain, discomfort, and high emotional swings. Well, I don't think there's anything on this planet that sounds as amazing as this that doesn't have at least one drawback. I envy you women. I'm sorry. I want to take this seriously, I really do. But the idea, the image I had in my head, the first one, was either like those breathing things they use in hospitals, respirator things, or the wallpaper steamer that lays flat on a wall being... Yeah, but now I know it's something reminiscent of a bidet. I'm sat here thinking, that would be so uncomfortable, surely. But also steaming something. If people are in saunas, they sweat it out. Are we trying to make women's vaginas sweat and bleed, or is this supposed to be done after the bleeding so that they sweat, any remnants of blood left in them or something? I know that's a pretty grim thing to talk about. I certainly don't feel particularly well talking about it, but... I'm trying to understand why you would want to steam yourself. I want to know where the scientific facts come into this, so I'm going to quickly look this up.
A few moments later.
Okay, so we have something from healthline.com. Everything you need to know about vaginal steaming. And this has been medically reviewed by Deborah Weatherspoon, PhD, blah 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 blah. Yes, that was accurate. What is vaginal steaming? Let's face it. Between menstruation, sexual intercourse and childbirth, the vagina withstands a lot. When you add changing hormones and pelvic floor issues to the mix, sometimes the vaginal area is anything but comfortable. Vaginal steaming is an age-old natural remedy said to cleanse the vagina and uterus, regulate menstruation and ease period cramps and bloating. After receiving high praise on Gwyneth Paltrow's website Goop, the practice has surged in popularity. But other than offering a soothing warmth down below, does it work? And is it even safe? So, how it's supposed to work? We do need to know the technicalities of this, so this will be rather helpful. Vaginal steaming directs herb-infused steam into your vagina. From a hefty fee, some upscale spas offered the process. You can also do this at home, with a wallpaper thing. Although most doctors don't recommend it. The process is pretty simple. You just sit or squat over a container of herbal-infused steam. Herbs often used alone or in combination include mugwort, wormwood, chamomile, calendula, never heard of that, basil, oregano. Why is coriander, thyme, chive, and every other basic herb not included in this? Or maybe some marijuana, okay? Most spas have a special seat with a hole for the steam to come through. It's a little more challenging to do at home. Run a pipe underneath the toilet, perhaps, I don't know. Following is a suggested method of doing a vaginal steam at home. However, before you try to do it yourself, you'll also want to consider its supposed benefits and possible safety issues as discussed below. Those are the instructions. But you have here a list of what it's supposed to help with. Stress, depression, hemorrhoids, infections, infertility, hormone imbalances, headaches, fatigue, digestive issues, and generalized pain. But to give an actual short response, does it work? There is no scientific evidence to suggest that vaginal steaming helps any condition. According to the doctor, it's clear as mud how steaming herbs are supposed to gain access to your uterus through a tightly closed cervix at the end of your vagina. The herbs used on Paltrow's vagina was mugwort. In traditional Chinese medicine, moxibustion is the process of burning mugwort on or over a problematic area of the body or pressure point. Moxibustion is used as an alternative therapy to treat a range of reproductive system problems. A 2010 look at several systematic reviews found that except for correcting breech presentation in pregnancy, research on mugwort is contradictory and inconclusive. There is no research vaginal moxibustion is helpful.
Moxibustion is an ancient technique for healing all kinds of illnesses in China. The earliest mentions of it were found in a book of philosopher Zhuangzi from over 2,000 years ago. It has evolved to become a very convenient method of treating, healing, and preventing illness, just by smoking specialized mugwort over specific parts of the body.
Go figure the smug shit that is Gwyneth Paltrow would peddle something so utterly ridiculous. Ladies, please do not steam your vaginas. Men don't want steamed dumpling vaginas. I think that's everything. Because honestly, this is just... I could sit here all day and crack jokes off at this. So what I'm going to do instead, I'm going to offer it up to you, my audience. What is the most inventive, creative, steamed vagina joke you can come up with? Please leave a comment with it in the description. Please leave that in the comments below. And yeah, my favourite one will get pinned, because obviously it's the funniest. So I hope everyone has a lovely day, and thank you all for listening to this mess. Yeah.
Omegon, I'm going to batter your prostate.
Imagine my shock